Hi, and welcome to today's show. In today's show, we are going to do a 60-shot review of the Tenpoint Flatline 460. Stick around. I'll tell you more. Hi, and welcome to today's show. Howdy, ma'am. Howdy, partner. Okay, so before we start, I just want to say that my plan was to go ahead and start doing the paper shoot, but I changed my mind. The reason I changed my mind is I wanted to do a review of this crossbow. To tell you my perspective of this crossbow, the Tenpoint Flatline 460, along with this Evo X, I think it's the Rangemaster scope, speed scope. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit. Okay, so why did I go to the Flatline 460? Well, in my opinion, this is a tried, true, and tested crossbow. It's been out probably, if my memory serves me correct, a little over a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't know. But it's been tried, true, and tested. That's why I got it. And so far, I have loved the performance of this crossbow. The only flaws that I've had is me. Nothing to do with the crossbow. So, yeah, it's just been me with a couple of things. Minor things. Nothing major, just minor things. So, how about we get to talking about this crossbow? Well, let's see, where should I start at? How about if we start with the trigger, okay? The trigger on this crossbow is really, really crisp. Maybe a hairline touchy, but I think it's about a little less than a 3-pound pull on this trigger. I found with that trigger that I have pulled it quicker than I wanted to. So I got to work on that. Because I don't feel it setting. When I pull the trigger, it seems like I'm pulling a little bit too hard, or it's a soft trigger. I don't know which, but it's something I have to work on. So that is my thoughts on the trigger. I love the trigger on this crossbow. I really do. Okay, let's talk about the housing, or trigger housing, or whatever you want to call it. Right here, it goes down very, very smoothly. You just basically point it down, and it goes down. And I think a lot of it has to do with keeping that lube on the rail. Helps it really, really good. So it slides down. Unlike my 470, which has the same trigger mechanism, the trigger is a little bit harder on the RS 470, and the housing doesn't slide down as easy. So they've made a lot of improvements, I'm assuming, in this area right here where the whatever you want to call it, the roller to make it go down. It goes down really, really easy. So I like that. I did, if I show you here somehow, I did put on a level right here. I just threw that on there for reference point for me to keep it nice and level. This scope, it's an excellent scope. It really is. It's set at 460. Again, I've been shooting some heavier arrows, and they've been pretty doggone, but I got close. But that's been at close range. At further ranges, it probably won't be that much harder to set this scope. I don't think it really is. It's clear, it's crisp. But again, I haven't dialed it in. But I'm not going to be using this scope. I'm still debating on the scope. The ATN, the reason I like the ATN scope is because I can record, but it's going to be heavier on here. The Boris Oracle X, and then I'm looking at the the Omega 3 scope that has a recorder in it. So I'm still got my debates, but I know there's been a lot of issues with the Omega scope, so I may try it just for fun, but we'll see about that later on. The strings on here, I love the double tier strings that they have on here. See if I can show you here a little bit better. Right here, got the top, and they have a bottom. So instead of having one string to control it, they have two. And I like that. So I don't see any wear on those strings at all. No frizzies, anything like that. But again, I'm using the Scorpion Venom or something like that, lube rail or string rail on these. So yeah, that rail lube or the string lube is working really, really good. The same thing with the rails. I'm using the Scorpion rail lube. It's a lubricant. It's not a wax. It's a lubricant. And that's what I like about the Scorpion is that it sinks down into the strings. So you don't have to sit there like wax and rub it in. The wax you can't put on the brain fart. But anyways, I can't put wax on these, the wraps. I can't put string on the wax on those. But with the rail lube, with the lube, I can. And they recommend it. So no frays, no nothing like that. The strings down here, the actual shooting strings, they're showing no signs of wear. But let's see, let me grab my glasses here. It is showing a little bit of wear. I mean, just a little bit, but it's made to do that. This wrap that is on here is a double wrap. Okay, it's a double, so it's made to work itself in and give you a better seat on here. So if you run your finger across there, you'll feel a little dip right here where my fingernail is. There's just a little dip there, but it's going into the second string. And that's what it's made to do. Some people say, oh my gosh, I need to replace my string after 30 shots or whatever. But that's what it's made to do. Exactly, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It takes that second layer and squeezes it down into the first layer to give you that that string, that seat. So nothing to worry about there. Absolutely nothing. Okay, that's what it's made to do again. The crank, where this crank sits. Now, there might be a better way to seat the crank. I don't know how, but this crank right here is seated in there, and it is tight, so it doesn't fall out. Okay, maybe after 200 or 300 ins and outs and all that kind of stuff, it might. But right now, it's seated really, really tight, and it's not going anywhere. The limbs are doing excellent on here. There's absolutely nothing, no splinters, no. The wrap around here is nothing has come loose. Nothing is showing any type of wear, which is, in my opinion, an A+. So no wear is being shown on the limbs. They're staying perfect. Nothing has impressed me with this is that the speeds have been staying up there, except when I got the higher weight, like the Mitsubishi's 40Ts. The speed drops down pretty low, 415, 420-ish area. The other ones have stayed in the 440s areas, 450-ish. So that is impressive. The speed is not dropping off like I expected it to. I have a feeling because of the way this crossbow was made, the compact of it with the 16-inch arrows, we're not going to get a big speed difference like we did on the 470. I mean, we got down to, I think, 410 with heavier arrows. That's a big swing. Even though it's a big swing from 458 down to 415, it is a big swing. But I, be honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Mitsubishi's. They're good, solid arrows. They really are. They're good, solid arrows. There's nothing wrong with them. But as far as the speed and the kinetic energy and momentum, it's the speed, the momentum, and the kinetic energy is staying high. But at 40 yards, it's going to drop down to probably 400 feet per second. And we are going to be doing some of that kind of testing, maybe. I'm thinking about it at distance, where I take the crossbow, take my chronograph, set it in front of the target, and let it cross over and see what kind of speeds I get that way too. So that's kind of something I'm thinking about. Never done it. Maybe try it. Because I know at the crossbow, the speeds are good. 445 to me is a fantastic speed. And the reason I want speed is that I'm going to try and use this for practice at shooting rabbits at distance, shooting coyotes at distance. So I'm talking, when I say distance, probably 60, 70, 80 yards, maybe. But that's something we have to look at a little bit down the road. I'm not worried about it right now. I just got to worry about is the paper test and start figuring out what arrow I'm going to use, and then doing the sighting in process. So we still got a lot of testing to do, a lot. And I'm looking forward to doing more testing. But again, we're not here to talk about testing. We're here to talk about the crossbow. In my opinion, even though this is a little on the expensive side, and I agree, it's expensive. I think it was a 20. I want to say Paid $2,800 or something like for it. But at that price, I'm expecting a lot out of the crossbow. And I'm getting it. In my opinion, I'm getting what I paid for right now. An excellent crossbow, compact crossbow. The arrows are solid. And that's a big thing too. You got to have solid arrows to go with a solid crossbow. So, in my opinion, as of right now, well, when I say 60 shots, it could be more. I'm thinking it's more, but a 60 shot review is probably pretty good. But it's performing excellent. No issues. Like I said, the only issues has been with me. So yeah, I'm really liking this crossbow. I am. So on a 10 scale, 1 being bad, 10 being great. Right now, I am going to give this crossbow a 10. Yep, I'm giving it a 10. So it could change. It could drop down. We never know. So yeah. So with that said, hope you guys got a little bit out of this. It's a solid crossbow, solidly built. It's been perfect. I haven't had to put the longer cheek rest on here, or what do you call it? Butt rubbers. I haven't had to put that on because it's perfect. Right out of the box, it's perfect for me. It may not be perfect for you, but it's perfect for me. So, with that said, remember, five. Where did I get 5 from? 2,000 subscribers for my son. So hit that subscribe button. Share these videos with your family, friends, and your worst enemy. Leave me a comment. And give these videos a thumbs up. Yep, all for him. So again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. And again, if you haven't seen some of the videos that I've done, please go back and watch some of those. And I'll post some of those up here wherever. I think the card's over here. Or over here, I'm not sure. Wherever the card shows up, go back and watch some of those, especially the speed test. Because like I said, I'm going to need your help in picking out arrows. So the next video will be we'll be doing the paper tune or sort. And remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son. And see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.